Welcome back everyone to my Master of Orion Conquer the Stars Let's Play, playing on very hard difficulty with the Terran civilization, this being the second version of the early access that is currently available. Now since the last video, I'm actually using a different patch. There was a patch that came out that basically fixed a number of minor issues, and actually even the odd major issue arguably. One of those issues was to do with production overflow, so I no longer have to micro like I was doing. Now I had actually recorded a few videos after this point basically, but I've decided to basically load the save from this point and re-record them again, just so you don't have to see all of that micro. Now it does mean that I do know certain parts of the map that I wouldn't have known first time round, so that's a bit of an issue. But I think it's going to be better for the Let's Play. If you know, I'm sure you don't want to see me micro in a ton. There's also other fixes that actually happened in the patch as well. If I check my notes, there was something to do with retreat being added in combat, and some of the weapon modifiers are also fixed in combat as well. There's a number of other changes, so yeah, I'm sure you'd rather see the latest version that's currently out, so that's the main reason why I'm re-recording. Right, so at the end of the last video, I believe we had a few problems with pirates. You can actually, if I zoom in there, actually see them. And I upgraded this fleet and I'm going to attack them here. So I believe this is the first time that we get to see combat, so let's take command. Our victory chances are good. I believe I updated to neutron blasters. Now I'm wondering if one of the fixes, and you get to see a little cinematic at the start of combat. I'm wondering if one of the fixes in the patch was to do with the Terran's ability of having an extra 25% damage. I hope it was, because I'm not sure it was working before. So this is combat. It's basically real time. You get this circular map where you move your ships around. You've got huge asteroids you can use as cover. I quite like combat in this game. It's a lot quicker than turn-based combat would be, and it's pretty fun. I've enjoyed it so far. You can set up different formations for your ships. If I move up here, you can check out the pirates in more detail. I have Smuggle Blaster. You can see they have a range of 50 when they face the front. They have damage and cooldown it mentions, and also more specialized details in the tooltips down there. This Swabber actually only has a range of 15, so that means I should probably keep at a distance. You can get the AI to do combat for you, but I'm going to be doing it manually. So moving this slider here basically tells your ships to keep at range, I believe. And this is the movement slider, so you can determine how quickly you move. That is ceasefire, so you stop shooting. That's match speed, and that's the retreat ability, which is now actually working in this patch. I haven't actually tried it out. I assume it's working. You can also go back to the cinematic mode should you wish. Or that's new. I don't think it was like that before. Okay, so let's unpause and get combat started. The different formations have different bonuses as well. I think, yeah, you can only get those formations if you have a certain amount of ships in your fleet. Right, so I want to keep at range here, so that's why I've put that up to long range. And let's target them as soon as I can, basically. So jump back a bit, which is a bit strange, perhaps, but I'm going to keep at range and hope to keep out of range of those swabbers now. Not move around too much. Those are having their, well, they can't shoot past that, so it looks like I picked a good position to attack from here. This Swabber's going to come into range soon. My anti-missile rockets are useless against them, so they don't actually have missiles. Right, they're coming to close range, so I'm going to change this now. So, there's no point in me. Since they're close to me, I might as well try to outmaneuver them instead. I believe the beams actually do more damage at close range as well. What bonus did we get here? B Macsen weapon cooldown. So that was pretty simple. I have actually been playing a bit with the new patch in a different game, so I'm a bit more clued up than I was in the first few videos as well. I'd say about 95% of what I did in the videos I recorded I'm going to do exactly the same. But there's maybe one planet I might not colonize that I did, and that's about it really. I tend to do everything else the same. Yeah, the first time I recorded it. Right, so that scout moved up there. Do I have anything else left this turn? I recently upgraded my engines, didn't I? So I want to get these back to my territory so I can upgrade them. I've got to kill those pirates. I think I may actually upgrade those ships again to stick on bombs so I can go and destroy the pirate base on Necht. We've got 4 planets at the moment. Let's move. Okay. And what next? Yeah, let's upgrade these then. So ship design, let's go back in here, go back to frigate. I think I'll keep the same thing there. Let's take off 1 neutron blaster. Yeah, those numbers haven't changed, which doesn't make me inclined to think the attack bonus for the Terrans is working, but I'm not sure how it works actually, the extra 25% bonus. So that's the same amount other factions get. Right, so how many of these can I have? I can have 2 nuclear bombs. Got enough space for those. I think these are the maximum I've currently got available, aren't they? Yep, so let's press done on that and done on that again. And upgrade those with the bit of money we've got. I should be able to still move those, yes. So let's move them to there. I'm going to wait until those pirates arrive then. This scout, let's bring it back to Danubius probably. I'll upgrade it there actually, and then I'll probably come and look up here. I don't have to look around my planets anymore to see how they're doing because there's overflow now. So basically what overflow is, of course, when you complete something, if you complete it with more production, then the production will move on to the next item you build, whether it's in a queue or not. So that's fully working. I don't know if... I assume food overflow is working. I haven't checked it out, but I have checked out production. I think research overflow was working before. Supposedly the bug was to do with something being bought out was causing it. So of course on the first turn on your capital you actually have a colony ship that is bought out. So your capital was always broken. There's a scout for the Clacon there. Let's bring that up here. I can put that on guard, so for the time being. This space factory, I was going to bring it down here, wasn't I? So let's do that here. And I think that's it for the turn. Yeah, so checking the planets was adding like minutes to the video, and I could have, at some point I would have edited it out, but that causes a ton of editing for me, which I didn't want to do either, so I'm really glad the production overflow is fixed. Right, so scouts, let's upgrade you. 1 back there. And let's get you back out. So, where am I sending it to? I think I'll go down here. There's a planet up there which I haven't discovered yet. I need to probably get the fleet to do it. Pirates have actually arrived in system. Let's attack them again. Our chances are excellent. I'm actually going to do auto-resolve on excellent probably, just to save time. That is a tiny bit damage, perhaps there. So, oh wow, that's more damage than I thought. I might bring it back to here then before going off to take out the pirate lair. Right, next turn. I think I've got colony ship being built there, and just basic infrastructure on the other ones. If my memory's correct. These frigates, yeah, I'm gonna have to bring them back. Repair them. Okay. That's end of turn. Research laboratory completed on Danubius. Right, how much population do we have? We still only have one on here because it's a volcanic planet, it's got no food. So, I could maybe make some new ships, I'm thinking. Or what else? I don't think I need the morale yet. That's nice, that'd be nice. How much have I got? I've got lots of command points left, so I don't quite need the starbase. There's a factory over here. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to update the destroyer. So I believe those two are the max. Don't want augmented engines, way too much space. I mean, on a really big ship type they might be worthwhile, on these little ones probably not. Let's clear everything here. Let's stick with beam weapons. A neutron blaster weapon is probably our best anyway at this stage. Okay, so how much mass? I'm not sure if these are actually working in the previous patch. I hadn't really used them. The patch notes kind of suggested that they were broken. Right, let's put 10 on here. We'll have face in front still. In a recent game I've tried out doing something different other than face in front. I tried doing it on the sides and using mass drivers to basically... I was hoping that the ships would circle and fire at long range, but I couldn't get that to work, so I don't know if that's possible or not. Let's stick on one nuclear bomb there, and I think we'll have some point defense. I don't think these can have any. No, so what I'll use is anti-missiles, so if you do face any rockets, they'll come in handy there. So that is 159 destroyer. Let's change the color scheme. We'll have lovely red stripes, and that'll do. So how much are they going to cost me? They are 64, and luckily Danubius Prime is pretty productive, so it won't take forever. Let's get one of those out there. Okay, so at the moment these destroyers are going to be combat ships. Longer term, they're probably going to be bombers and frigates. I might not even use long term actually, because they're a bit small. I think there are 5 different types of combat ship within the game, and we've only got the first 2. Right, so movement. There's a tiny bit of hit points left. I'll skip one more turn, repair that, and we'll go after the pirates. And next turn. So money's building up a bit. I could be buying buildings potentially with that, but I'm actually about to get diplomacy, or in fact I've actually got it now.
Our engineers have made a new discovery, my liege.
So I'm hoping I can do trade deals with that money, which I'm going to be showing very shortly. Right, so research management, what's the next one on here? So I want to get this soon, but it might be 1 or 2 techs I want first. Fungal farms, that's basically those 6 are the worst 6 planet types. So how many of those do I have? I'm going to put that on a list then for the time being. Let's check something. So, yeah, I only have 1 actually. And I'm not sure if I'm intending on colonizing any more that only have a biome of 2 or more, basically. At the time being anyway. Long term I'm going to be colonizing everything. No, I'll go for that. I'm going to rush towards this. This basically gives you an extra production on every tile for every population you spend on putting into production. Yeah, I will race towards that. Okay. Can't remember what I did first time I recorded. Let's move here. Oh, and I've just got diplomacy, haven't I? So, what I'm going to do now is basically check to see
Hello, outsider.
if any of these have
Yes?
embassies. And the Bulrathi don't, sadly. You can only exchange embassies once both parties have Xeno diplomacy, and sadly the AI don't always research it as soon as I wish they would.
Walk with the wild spirits.
Okay, so I can't do any more of the advanced diplomatic options with them yet. What about the Cylon?
Welcome, Baxter. I
Cylon
listen
have
intently.
actually researched it.
I'm afraid it's objectively not feasible.
Now, if sadly it didn't, I have to pay them 1 credit. This didn't automatically include that, so that's a fix they still need to do. You can see that it now
I
works.
find this an equitable arrangement.
That increased our
I
relations.
welcome every chance for cooperation. I
And
listen intently.
now the more advanced things are open, like non-aggression, trade treaties, research treaty. I'm not sure if you need it for exchange tech, you might do. We don't have any techs to exchange yet. Open borders, you need non-aggression. What do you need for that? Non-aggression as well. Non-aggression for the alliance. So it's different plateaus, if that's the right word, for different diplomatic relations allow you to do different things. Let's get the trade treaty first of all. So the long-term commercial agreement with a pre-turn yield, 68 credits it costs for both parties in this instance. If I click on that, it doesn't
I'm
work, I have
afraid
to give
it's
them a credit.
objectively not feasible. I find this an equitable
So
arrangement.
roughly I think you get about twice as much as you pay, as long as you keep at peace for the 20 turns. Or they don't cancel it.
I welcome every
And that improves
chance
relations
for
yet
cooperation.
further, which is great. That will potentially allow for the
I
more
listen
advanced option.
intently.
Non-aggression, I have to pay
I
a lot
find
for
this
that,
an
so I'm not going to be able to do
equitable
that.
arrangement.
Actually wants Danubius. Definitely not doing that. So that's diplomacy
Farewell,
with
stranger.
the Cylons for the time being. And if I move over here, you can see it mentions trade treaties. So 7 per turn for 20 turns. That's 140, should be. So it's just a bit more than twice the amount. Let's check out the Clacon.
We greet you. We are listening.
Sadly, they don't have an embassy. One thing I'd like the developers to add to the game is for it to tell you
We part
when
ways.
they've actually researched Xeno diplomacy. Currently it doesn't, so you basically have to go into the diplomacy screens to find out all the time, which is a bit annoying. So what I'm going to do is check about every 5 turns. So I'll check on turn 40, see if the Clacon or the Bulrathi have acquired it by then. Right, so I think the scout had come down here before, and yeah, it was blocked off, but I'm going to try going through there. I wouldn't be surprised if it's blocked off there as well. I've upgraded these recently and they've repaired. Let's go pirate hunting. Okay, and I believe that is it for the turn. Yeah, so I'm going to save this money for trade treaties. Then I can earn more money off trade treaties and use that money to buy things like buildings. So Tripton grew. Stick that on there. So that's actually getting done in a decent amount of time now. Colony ship finished in the capital Alpha Ceti Prime. I'm going to start on biospheres, I think. Or what else could I do? I'm actually going to get a space factory. I haven't done the gas giant yet. Can upgrade that. So let's get that out. How quickly do I want this? I think I put one in science. Need to get stuff done in a reasonable amount of time. Let's move things. Okay, so pirate fleet was spotted over there. One turn away from getting into the system. Good. The scouts can come over here. Ursa. It's the bear's home world. The scouts can be upgraded there. And where do I want to go to? I want to go to... I think I've been to Vulcan before, haven't I? I can't actually remember. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I have. It's important because there could be a waypoint off to there, but yeah, I'm sure I have. I'm going to go up here then. There's a few planets in Mobas, great, so get more planets potentially all to myself. And I've got to figure out where this colony ship is going to be placed. So, there's planets down here. There's a good planet there. What I should be doing is checking this planet list. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to start to flag some of the ones I'm interested in. It's going to take me a minute to do that though. There's a lot of them. So I've gone around the planets and basically flagged the ones I'm interested in colonizing. There are some systems which I haven't actually fully discovered all the planets, like the Vulcan, the Mobas, the Amaus, and there's a planet in the Lensing system I have discovered. Also there's a pirate base which is preventing me from flagging one of those. But I can see all of the planets now in much more detail, and it's going to help to make me decide which planet I'm going to colonize. If you actually click on a planet, you can see the planet in more detail, and that's where you can stick the actual flag on. There's a couple of ways of doing it. You can actually, if you go into a planet like this, see what the tiles will be. So the foods and the production, and this is incredibly useful actually. I'm not sure I was aware of this. In fact, I don't think I was fully, at least in the last video. So this is going to be very helpful when deciding which planet to colonize next. Now when I first recorded, I actually decided to colonize, I think it was that planet there. I was drawn to it because of the large size, but in reality it's not as good as I thought it was. If I click on this, you can see by clicking here that the tiles aren't all that amazing, whereas different planets such as one of the Kitab planets, I think that one, yeah, the tiles are much better and it's almost the same population. So I think I'm actually going to colonize this one first. I did actually colonize this after that last time I recorded. I played about another 30 odd turns basically from when I started off in this video. So I believe that's the only big decision I'm really gonna change on. Other than that, not colonizing down there, I'm gonna do pretty much identical to what I did first time I recorded. Right, so I do know what's up in these planets, but I'm not obviously gonna colonize them yet based on the information I have. I might have done otherwise. Right, so this colony ship, let's bring it towards Kitab. Okay, and let's end the turn. Yeah, there's a decent planet or two up there, basically. Spoiler. Right, so threatening fleet detected. Where to? Right, pirates incoming there. Let's move my fleet, and I should be able to attack those this turn now. I've actually got a few things built. So this space factory is done. Now I can actually upgrade that, so I should bring it back to oh, can I upgrade it here? Yes, I can. Let's upgrade that there. I'm going to use this as a scout. I've got the defenses up here, so the Cylon can't get up here. No one can get up from this direction. So I'm going to have a look around Vulcan system with this. And I believe I have a scout there as well, don't I? So I'm going to find out what is in the MOBA system. The automated factory. Right, Danubius grew finally. Oh, no food here, of course, so I can't stick that there. Let's get that destroyer done a bit quicker. Or I could get a science up, but that's a really good tile for production. You know what? I'm going to have the extra science in this circumstance. Automated factory. What next? Food, probably. Let's get hydroponics. When we're actually on 2 populations, so we're going to have morale issues on 3 population. So got to keep, well, it's going to be a while before that grows, so yeah, I might as well get the food up. Okay, what's left? Colony ship. Run it down, and let's not forget about these pirates. So they have, there's only 2 pirates in that fleet. They're going to be very easy to kill, so I just do auto resolve since it's excellent. And they did. Do I have movement? No, not movement. Okay, so next turn. Right, and move. And we've actually discovered the warp point from Mobas to Amauas. And you may notice the Amauas system has a very small circle around it, which suggests there isn't much there or anything there. Okay. Let's go and pay the pirates a visit, shall we? Bit damaged, which is a bit of an issue. I upgraded these and put bombs on them, which is going to come in handy here. So let's drop our nuclear bombs on the pirate lair. Terran bombardment has decimated the space pirate colony, so
The destruction of the
By
pirate
pirates.
base has left several buildings standing. One in particular seems overly reinforced. Your troops blow down its door to find the hoarded treasure of the ragged band of thieves you just defeated. You add it to your treasury, vowing to reward the families of those lost in the fight.
okay, so we got 44 credits basically. Right, so what's left to move this turn? I've actually got quite a bit of credits now. This space factory's finally reached over here, so let's get down to there and get up a military outpost before the Bullrathi or Clacon have any ideas about coming up here. I'm not sure how inclined the factions are to colonize in the same system that you've colonized, but they might actually colonize within a system beyond it if I didn't block them with things like military outposts, so that is something that you need to be wary of potentially in some circumstances. This space factory, let's explore that scout. Right, they actually have a military outpost there, so I can't go past that, as you can see. I'd have to go around a long way. So that means I should probably bring this over here then. Come and explore down there instead. So at the moment it's looking like it might be quite hard for me to get down into that part of the map. Well, I could go, well, it depends if there's access down here or not. Right, so I believe that is it for the end of the turn. Okay, let's auto move. Right, fleets. Frigates are slightly damaged. Now I haven't discovered that planet yet, so I might as well, while I'm over here, pay that a visit, I think. And the scouts, let's find out what's in the Amauas system, first of all. And this colony ship I'll come back to shortly. Diplomacy this turn. At turn 40 I mentioned I was going to check for embassies, so let's do that.
Hello, outsider. Yes?
The Bullrathi don't.
Walk with the wild spirits.
Okay. And what about the Clacon?
We greet you.
They don't
We are
either.
listening.
Okay, so no luck with
We
trade
part
treaties.
ways.
Excuse me. I should maybe be spending it on buildings actually then. But don't really want to. A lot of them are almost done actually. So, this colony ship, let's check the planet screen again. I believe that is probably the best planet here. It's got a lot of population on it. It's got the best minerals available, so the most production. The special is a nice bonus of production. You can terraform the biome, of course, later on. You can't increase the size on the minerals, though, sadly. I think you can get events for increased minerals. But, yeah, this is a very good planet. So, let's colonize Kitab Prime. If I click on here, you can see that it's going to be better foods than this one, though, because it's got a better biome. But only a bit. Okay, so let's colonize.